The second block, which is also very important because it's going to decide or help the model decide how to structure the response from me. So it has less to do with the content, but it has more to do with the formatting, and different kind of users have different kind of preferences for how they would like to be presented by the response from the AI model. So a number of elements. The first one is the language style. I can use here, since I am dealing with a persona here of university professor and researcher, so I would prefer rather to use, say, formal language, okay, elaborated English, and filled specific terminology. Okay, that's perfect. Then the second element is the text length. Also, this is very important because actually the AI model might use different kind of styles. Sometimes the response can be elaborated in a very detailed way, but some other times the response also can be presented in a straightforward manner. Like, one of the ways I like to deal with the model is to have an initial stage of the response straightforward responses, ideally in bullet points without too many details. Okay, that's perfect. And then that's my preference, but of course I actually tend to dig deeper into the responses if needed. But just like in the initial phase of the exchange with the model, I like the answer to be straightforward and presented in bullet points. And the format, it could be either small paragraphs, for instance, short sentences, clear statements, etc. Okay. And the expressions, usually each one of us has his or her own style, which means like certain expressions that he or she likes to use. I suppose rather that's what makes you as a person, as a user, like this is your unique touch. So you can just add here some of the expressions that you use as like in your own writing. For instance, these are some of the expressions that I like to use a lot. Something like in this respect, in this regard, in this vein. And last but not least, the content here, you want to make sure that depending on the quality of the content that you would like the model to be provided with by the model, then you provide some custom instructions in terms of the nature of the content that you want. Since here I'm working on profiling the university professor and researcher / advisor persona, I would like to use content which is primarily inspired or borrowed from credible sources. So use credible and reliable sources and rely on facts. And I would put also instruction as avoid making things up, providing imaginary perfect. And then at the end, if there was anything else that you think would help the model to structure a better response, then you can add here. So similarly, I'm just going to use copy the input that I have built into designing the second block of the persona and just paste it into the second box, which has to do with the language formatting and style and everything. So I'm just gonna, I can actually just type here whatever I want to type, or just otherwise just paste what I have built in the Excel table. And after that, I can just save here my changes. And now ChatGPT now knows exactly which persona I'm talking about.